Good day everyone, my name is Dansha Raman, metric number 274035 and my partner Muhammad Firdas, metric number 268104. We are from group 40. Today we are going to present about our project topic, which is exploring perspective and preference of multi-faith religion-friendly airport in KLIA, Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Firdaus Abdul Rahman and I will be presenting about the introduction. So basically, first of all, multi-phase space or facilities can be translated as one quiet location that's set aside in a busy public spaces or areas such as hospitals, university, airport, and other significant places. This can be found where people from different religions or beliefs can be spending their time in the contemplation or prayer. From Wikipedia 2021. It is also can be described as a working definition of multi-faith spaces and areas is one intentional space that was designed as to house plurality of practices in religious and addressing clearly defined pragmatic purpose according to Houston and Brand 2011. And to be exact, for the past recent years, the travel market is growing rapidly in Kuala Lumpur International Airport, which is the KLIA itself. And Malaysia basically came up with a country that have people from different religion, beliefs, and customs. Therefore, it is crucial to explore the perspective of the multi-faith spaces religion-friendly in airport and look up to the preference that preferred by the travelers from around the world. It can be explained that a group of people propose a neutral place for believers and non-believers alike where they could celebrate various rituals and rites of passage in their favorite design according to Voller 2008. Hence, this has triggered the KLIA airport in practicing the implementations of multi-faith spaces in terms of comfortability, convenience, and proper accommodation that will tolerate and satisfy accordingly to the perspective and the preference from the travelers that coming from all over countries.
In this problem statement session, we have discussed four types of problem that can be a difficulty for the development of multi-faith concept at KLI Malaysia. The primary difficulty in implementing multi-faith concept at KLI Malaysia is a different perspective and opinion of Malaysians. According to Haji Hamad Zaharuddin Sayani, 2012, he said that although Malaysians are sharing the same roof to survive, but we are having a long-term uneasy conflict among the faith, ethnic groups, and also national identity. The second challenges in implementing multi-faith concept at KLIA Malaysia is a level of tolerance among the nations. According to Farzana 2013, she stated that it is a huge challenge to increase the level of tolerance among the Malaysians since each and every individual having their own religion conviction and they are unwilling to compromise with their religion consent. At the same time, according to Brand Theory 2012, he has stated that implementing a multi-faith concept need to fulfill the requirement of every religion. So, in fulfilling every religion's requirement will be increase the cost. The last issue that influencing the development of multi-faith concept in Malaysia is Malaysia itself don't have an idea regarding the viewpoint of majority since 61.3 percentage of population in Malaysia are Muslim. So as a researcher, we have take a concern on it after reading the issue that stated by Tanaja 2010. The aim and objective of this study is to determine the preference of multi-faith religion-friendly airport among the Kuala Lumpur International Airport users. At the same time, we ensure the religious facility that preferred by the travelers. Moreover, we are also investigating the viewpoint of Malaysians towards the development of multi-faith religion-friendly concept in KLIA Malaysia.
Next is the methodology that being used during conducting this research. So the first one is by using populations and sample and unit of analysis, which consists of 54 respondents. The second one is by using sampling design, non-probability sampling technique. The third one is through data sources, which is we are using primary data by distributing questionnaire and also with secondary data, which is the referring to the journal and articles. The last one is data collection methods. We used questionnaire survey, about 22 questions as analysis, exploratory, reliability, normality test, correlation, descriptive, and also frequency analysis.
In this literature review, we managed to pick our dependent and independent variables. So the first article that contribute to our dependent variable is according to Dr. Mashita Hamad 2019, she stated that although we are having a high federal constitution that state that Islam has an official religion while other religions are allowed to practice their faith peacefully, but still we are having a religion conflict. So as a researcher, we find a way to overcome it. And finally, we have read the findings of Johnson and Lawrence 2012, which state that by increasing the knowledge and also practicing the multi-faith concepts at the same time fulfilling the religion's requirement, we are able to increase the level of tolerance and respect among religions. The second article, Matt Carr in 2014, which is contribute to our first independent variable, it states that prejudice and slow thinking among the pluralistic community comprised of diverse race, nationality, and faith promotes to frictions and also present the difficult scenario to overcome the problems. So it shows that the opinion of Malaysians towards the development of the multi-faith concept is very important. Based on Steve Wilson and Anila Afzali 2012 article, we get to know that developing a multi-faith concept have to be properly researched and also have to fulfill the requirement of other religions. At the same time, we have to ensure all the concepts are integrated with the multi-faith concept and also belief. From the literature review, we also managed to come out with the hypothesis, which is show the preference of society from different religion influence the development of multi-faith concept. And then the second hypothesis state that the preference of society from various religion directly affect the development of multi-faith concept. So this is our theoretical framework, which is show our dependent variable and also independent variable. Our dependent variable is a multi-faith concept, while our independent variable is a perspective and preference. So as a researcher, we investigate how this perspective and preference are influencing or affect the multi-faith concept. Before conducting a data analysis, we have used a normality test to ensure our data are valid to be studied. So we use a Kolmogorov and Squeener's range to ensure our data are in between of acceptable range. As a result, for the perspective, it shows 0.107 for Kolmogorov, which is below than 0.05, which cannot be accepted as a normal data. So we refer to the Squeener's result, which is show negative 0.147, which is below than negative 1.96, which is can be acceptable. So any range in between negative 1.96 to positive 1.96 in Squeener's result can be acceptable as a normal data. So the second result for the preference show 0.118 for Kolmogorov result. So it still cannot be acceptable. So we refer to this Venus result where it shows negative 0.349. So it's can be acceptable as a normal data. And then the last one is a multi-faith concept. It shows 0.309, almost near to the 0.5, but we cannot accept as a normal data. So we refer to the Squeener's result, which is show negative 1.506, which is can be acceptable. So as a conclusion, I can say all the data we collect are can be acceptable. We also have conducted a reliability test to ensure our questionnaire are relevant to be asked with the respondents. So in a reliability test, the range of acceptance is from 0.6 to 0.7, while 0.8 and above is considered as an excellent. So the result shows a perspective is under 0.683, so it can be acceptable. And then the preference shows 0.665, which is also can be acceptable, while our multi-faith dependent variable result in 0.805, which is show an excellent result. So overall, we can conclude as our questionnaire is reliable to be asked with the respondents. Data analysis process, we have distributed 60 questionnaire to 60 respondents. From 60 respondents, we only took 54 respondents has a valid data, while 6 are eliminated. To analyze the demography of the respondent, we have used a frequency analysis method. So as a result, it shows 13 are males while 41 are females, and then most of them are from Indian community, which is represent 25 respondents, while 21 are Malay community, while 8 are Chinese. Most of them are from Kedah, Penang, and followed by Perak, Pahang, Negeri Sembilan. To ensure the experience level of the respondent, we have asked how oftenly they are using the KLI service. 19 respondents have respond has not at all. That means they don't have any experience with KLIA airport. While 31 respond has often, which is show they are oftenly using the KLIA airport. While 4 respondents have answered as a more oftenly. To measure the awareness of multi-faith concept among the respondent, we have asked either they know about the multi-faith concept or not. 41 is respond as yes, while 12 are respond as no. In this session, we have used the exploratory data analysis to explore our independent variable. As the first independent variable perspective, we have used a 7 question to measure the perspective of the Malaysians. And from 7 questions, 2 questions are strongly agreed by Malaysian, which is state that if developing a multi-faith concept need a proper study. And then this concept also will bring the image of KLIA worldwide. And then most of the Malaysians also agreed with the statement that said developing this multi-faith concept can bring an interaction among religion and create a strong bond. At the same time, it can be represented as a voice of peace among the religions. They also strongly denied with the statement that shows implementing a multi-faith concept may bring a conflict among religion, or it will be an impracticable concept in Malaysia.
Moving on to next, which is the exploratory analysis for the variable of preference. So basically, from the findings, most respondents strongly agreed and expected that the facilities provided under the multi-faith concept must be clean, equipped with the necessary equipment or facilities, and also include a code that allows disabled people to practice their faith comfortably. Additionally, most respondents agreed and expressed their desire to create multi-faith cafe and prayer rooms with enough space and equipment, and they also wanted precise information and pertinent architectural designs. At the same time, they do not want the faith-based facility to be in a crowded or loud place. And for the conclusion, legends place a high value on cleanliness, convenience, and provision for the disabled people while building a multi-faith idea for the KLIA. Moving on to the descriptive analysis. Okay, first of all, according to Locke et al. 2017, the descriptive analysis may be a research result by itself, such as when occurrence or patterns are identified in data that were not recognized earlier. Quantitative description is, however, most times part of a more extensive investigation including causal analysis. Causal research techniques may provide solid evidence of the consequences of the intervention in a location and time, but descriptive research explains the circumstance and conditions of the cause. A score greater than 3 indicates acceptance, whereas a number less than 3 indicates disagreement throughout our research. And in this portion, the researcher incorporated 6 parameters to test Malaysians' readiness for a multi-faith idea. And from that, the results portray that most of the respondents tend to agree with the implementation of multi-faith concept. Spearman correlation, also known for our hypothesis test. Okay, according to the Lowy AD 1995, it is one of the non-parametric measures of association to feature in the most modern courses textbooks and computer packages in elementary statistics. It is to obtain the results of hypothesis tests as to study the dependence between the two variables. From our research, we can find that we have been prepared 9 questions for this session, which is preference. And the result shows that the first question 0.093, fourth question 0.209, seventh question 0.002, and ninth question 0.127, which have the value that consider immoderate correlation. The other questions like second question negative 0.142, third question negative 0.020, fifth question negative 0.035, sixth question negative 0.130, and eighth question negative 0.151 have a strong negative correlation respectively. It can be explained that the closer the R is to the 0, the weaker the association between the ranks. According to Spearman rank order correlation, a guide to how to calculate it and interpret the output, 2021. For the recommendation, we basically think that there are several recommendations that might be useful for the future research. There are certain points that need to be looked up as this might improve the research quality in the future. And for us, it will be nice to be suggested as if there any kind of similar research will be conducted, it is better to include more variable. For this research, we only put and include two variables only, but maybe in the future research, it will be suggested, it will be best to suggest to include more variable so that this will determine the acceptance and satisfaction for the users regarding multi-faith concept even more and even better than the current research. And this is because not these only two variables, which is perspective and preference, that have sufficiently influenced the implementation of multi-faith concept in KLIA. And for that reason, this will lead to the existence of more knowledge gained and provided in the next research. And lastly, for the conclusion, as a conclusion, both perspective and preference somehow have significant relationship with the multi-faith concept, even it is not as much as expected. Thus, the study had notably answered the research questions projected, including its objectives. It can be explained that multi-faith concept is certainly becomes necessary in connecting the bond between the people. And in fact, the implementation of multi-faith will also provide the harmonization, and not to forget, will lead to extortionate the quality for the sustainability of airport environment as well. So that's all from us. Thank you.